This is awesome.
Oh, Clark, hey. Good to see you among the living, man. Check it out. It's the latest talent mix.
Thanks, Pete.
Good to see you all among the living. I forgot how the rest of this goes. Welcome to the Talon Mix. In defiance of God, it is still a Smallville recap podcast. I'm Brian. Zach's here.
That's basically what the people who make Smallville were saying in season 7 to the world.
Fucking real.
In defiance of God, we are still here.
Yeah.
I mean, Smallville, I think from season 7 until it finished in 10 was on the chopping block. Every year was like, will this show return?
Right.
Every single year.
Makes sense. It's
especially CW, you know, the only reason it stuck around is because it was on the CW, and it for the CW it was still acceptable numbers compared to everything else.
By the end it was on Fridays, right? Where it's like
the last 3 years it was on Fridays, and that's what kept it on because it was actually doing okay. For Fridays are dead. Like no one watched TV on Fridays back in the day.
Right. It was an absolute burial ground, and like you just had to be. It'd be more expensive to find something else.
Right, and I'm sure by today's standards, Smallville would be like the #1 show on TV.
Right.
Like with the amount of people that watched it. Right.
God, ain't that the truth? Jesus. But yeah, that old Friday night block, that's where the genre schlock went.
Yes.
If it had a superhero,
usually to die. Usually it's where they send things to die. And then if you could do even a moderate like amount above the trash,
right?
Then you got to stick around.
If you could do better than the floor that is pro wrestling, like you could stay on the air. But the second you're like, fuck it, we'll just air wrestling, it's over.
Yeah.
That's it. I didn't hate this episode. This is better than the last one, I'd say, but I'm not in it was good territory.
No, it's not good, but it's just kind of sloppy, I guess. It's kind of but it's trying to be fun,
right?
Which you and I think appreciate more than last week, which is trying to be serious and all up its own ass with mythology and who could give a fuck.
Right. You know, it's trying to be fun. I think this episode could have used a little clever, and it's not clever at all.
No, it wants to be. The main plot of the episode is kind of a self-contained, like Phonebooth, or what was the movie that just came out this year in the airport?
What was that called?
Christmas. Christmas, not Die Hard 2, but kind of.
Yeah, it wasn't half bad. It wasn't half good either.
Jason Bateman calls the guy on the phone.
Yeah, no, I know what you're talking about. What the fuck was it called?
You have to let me bomb this plane. Yeah. It's basically that, but with Lois in the office. Only it's and this is saying something, about 200 times dumber than that movie was. Which is fine. This is an episode of Smallville.
Right.
You know, it's fine. But I mean, it's like it makes 24 look like Alfred Hitchcock movie.
Oh wow. Yeah, that's a great point. And we've said it before. There's a universe where this was a 24 podcast, and
I mean, we'd have to open the vault a lot to do the Trump impression if it was a 24 podcast.
Oh,
probably a lot.
Well, maybe someday. This will be a 24 podcast.
Gosh, yeah.
It kind of holds up for a little bit. From the times I've dipped in, I've never made it super far when I've dipped in, but I've had fun with it. It was. I've
only ever seen the first season all the way through, and then I watched most of the second season, and then that's when I dropped off when it was on the air.
Oh, okay.
I heard it got really good at like 4, I think, again. Or
I remember,
like that.
I picked it up during 2. My mom and I would watch it together. We picked it up during 2 because you couldn't just start from the beginning. We had to.
No.
We started
DVDs.
mid 2, and then we were renting season 1 from Blockbuster disc by disc, trying to just piece together what the fuck was happening.
24 was the original I'm a success because of DVD show.
Yes.
Because the first season did not get good ratings. It got good reviews, but it was too serialized for people at that time. And so once the DVDs came out, and then people got to catch up. And
Which it is so funny because in retrospect, like the serialization to it of like it's all one day and you gotta watch. No, it's
yeah.
still just the episode where like
Yes.
the episode where
Right.
Kim is stuck here again.
It's funny that it is like this big serialized, everything takes place in one day. Each episode's an hour scenario, but each episode is way more self-contained than anything they make today. Right.
100%. 100%.
Right.
What made me laugh, the one time I revisited it, and I watched the whole first season. Well, no, actually, so what happened was I watched the first 12 episodes of season 1. That's how far I made it. Because realizing there was a mid-season finale, and they killed off the main bad guy. Jack Bauer rescued Kim, his daughter, who keeps getting kidnapped throughout the show.
Yeah.
Basically, all of these plot beats they resolved. So then episode 13 comes back in. And we get a new bad guy who is kind of just the old bad guy, but it's a different actor. Kim gets kidnapped again. The same threat is, but a little different. Is that and like, oh, okay, you just reset everything status quo.
Yeah.
I can see the pieces now the way I couldn't when I was in 8th grade, you know, or high school.
We thought the season was ending and then it didn't. And so like
Right.
they wanted to be able to wrap everything up just in case.
Right. Because that was the thing about the show also was it used to take a hiatus mid-season. And then it wasn't until like 3 or 4 they just ran all 24 episodes through because it was a hit and they could make them all.
Oh, that's interesting. All right. I mean, that's what they did with Lost, where they would take these long breaks and it was excruciating. And then finally, the last few seasons, they were like, all right, we'll just start airing later.
Right.
And go right through.
Right. Man, wild times, the 2000s. All right.
I was looking at the air dates for this show. This episode we're watching today aired a month after the last one. And the next episode didn't air for 2 months after this one. So it was like a month, no Smallville. This episode, 2 months, no Smallville. The next episode.
Come back after a month with this one?
I know.
Fucking
it's weird because they don't normally do Christmas ones on Smallville. There's one other Christmas one.
Yeah.
Obviously the best episode.
Right.
Lexmas. But it's interesting. I wonder if that was a writer's strike thing. They had the availability or something.
Good point.
It was like mid-November was the last episode, and this is mid-December.
Yeah, this is according to the wiki the mid-season finale.
Yes, yeah.
Which,
anyway.
I
mean, the best part of the episode, in my opinion, is the twist at the end, which we'll get to, obviously.
Yes,
that's a good cliffhanger. It's fun.
It's good. It's and I guess you can work around some like time stuff here, considering Clark. Where we left Clark at the end of this last episode.
Yeah.
But anyway, we're talking about Gemini. It's the 9th episode in the 7th season of Smallville. It's the 141st episode overall. It aired December 13th, 2007. I know all this, of course, because I'm reading directly from the Smallville wiki, smallville.fandom.com. Lois Lane and Grant Gabriel are kissing in a storage closet in the Daily Planet. I will say, I was watching this on Hulu through Disney Plus, and they don't always have the previously on baked in, and what happened to fucking previously ons?
I think my DVD still does them.
Oh,
when I watch Smallville on my DVD, I think it still has those. Yeah,
I think this one's baked into like the episode proper, whereas it may not be
interesting
in other ones. Previously ons, we just finished watching Severance. The season finale just came out this past week, and Severance is a pretty dense-ish sci-fi little conspiracy show, right? And they put one out week to week. Give me a little fucking reminder of like what all the story beats are.
It was always fun with those because it would be like oh, I know this episode's going to be about this character because I just saw they brought up their previous. It would be clear who the episode was about based on the previously on or what.
Lost had
You
that
could,
big
you,
time. Like,
yeah,
here's the
you could
stories you
figure.
got to have at the top of your mind, which is
Yeah, yeah.
what I want sometimes. I don't binge watch. I'm not
No,
coming directly in from the previous episode. I'm like,
I don't binge watch either anymore. I lately I've had a lot of people get mad at me in conversation because they're like asking me about TV stuff, and I'm like, I don't really watch a lot of TV anymore because I don't like to binge, and they
yeah.
like get mad. They're like, ugh.
My wife hates it. My wife is like ready to divorce me because I'm like, no, I'm kind of good. You want to like go do something else? It's like, no.
See, that's the thing. I don't like feeling like I'm on a drug,
I
addicted to a drug.
or homework,
Give me
or
more.
like you have to watch
Right?
this thing
Yes.
you're kind of done with.
Yeah, totally.
I will say I have been.
Meanwhile, let's get back to our Smallville.
Yeah, right. I've been taking a bit of a speaking of drugs, a sort of cold turkey cleanse from my phone in a lot of ways. I've deleted a lot of social media apps. I've basically anything I have Letterboxd on my phone still because that doesn't have
That's
an
the only one you
infinite
need.
scrolling feed.
Yep.
Basically anything with a huge comment section, anything Reddit, anything I can get lost in, I just don't have it on there anymore. My phone right now is for calling and texting. You can text me on it, you can call me on it. And
I bet that's great. That's great.
it took a little getting used to. It was less about the phone and more about really detoxing myself from needing the internet to like me for some fucking reason, which has been
Right.
a dark drawing influence my entire life.
Yeah.
So I'm really, really detoxing to it. And what's funny is I'm getting a lot of my attention back.
Yeah.
I can read
You only have so much of that.
I can read a fucking book for a lot longer than I was. I've been now in like, I'm 2-3 months into like, it's been progressively getting less and less on my phone. And now I still don't like to binge watch, but like I can do 2 or 3 episodes rather than 1.
Yeah.
Which is, it's kind of
You're
nice.
building up you're building that muscle back.
Yeah, it's I mean for real. But it is, I miss it less and less, the first couple weeks were rough.
Right.
But
like anything. Yeah, it's like anything.
we have magazines in our bathroom again. Like
hell yeah. Oh yeah, I love magazines.
That's it. It took magazines are actually. I still don't love a novel. TBH. It takes a bit. I had to be pretty interested to get through a novel. But man, stacks and stacks of magazines. I have wrestling magazines. I have horror magazines. All the stuff I'm browsing on my phone. Usually.
I mean, this show has pretty much just become 2 old guys talking about how they miss the way things used to be, which is sad. But I miss magazines, man. You go into a bookstore and like, there were like 100 different movie magazines.
Right.
Now there's like 2. And like it used to be like there was a magazine about cinematography, about screenwriting, about every fucking little. There was like a couple. Yeah, and you used to be able to stock up when you go on a flight or something, and now it's like there's not as much, and that bums me out. I guess it's all on the. There's a lot of it is on the phone now and is online, but some of those just don't exist anymore.
Yeah,
that's the sad thing.
I will say, Barnes and Noble, they got they have at least mine does a whole bunch of like horror magazines. So like just schlocky DVD reviews and like up to date and stuff. And I'm finding a lot of movies I haven't heard about on the internet.
That's fun.
Fuck, we are so old, dude.
It's funny how that happens.
Oh, fuck, me too. This wasn't supposed to happen to me. I'm increasingly seeing what the kids are into. And I'm like, I don't know what that's about.
No, yeah. I work with people who are mostly in their early 20s. So every day I'm reminded.
I'm hitting the point of, speaking of that, where a 25-year-old no longer feels like, we're basically the same age.
No, yeah, I have to remind myself. I'm like, oh no, you're way older than all these people. Don't, because I forget. I don't feel
No, right.
like
It doesn't.
necessarily like an old man unless I go to stand up too quick or something.
My daughter will be playing with blocks on the floor and be like, "Daddy, floor, Daddy, blocks." I'm like, "Honey, if I go down there, I'm not getting back up." Like,
Right? Yeah, exactly.
can you bring the blocks onto the couch, please?
Yeah. Oh shit.
Oh fuck, dude. Oh, dude, we don't even need to watch a TV show. It can just be too fucking old.
Yeah. Yeah. Honestly, if it was just called that, we would get more listeners than a Smallville recap. But we are committed. We're so close to the end now,
I've
Brian.
never
We're not
finished a
turning back.
damn thing in my life. I'm finishing our Smallville podcast.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, we're doing it. There's no way we could get 7.5 seasons in and then stop. That would
No,
be
God,
more
no.
insane. That's more insane than doing the whole thing.
Yes, correct. Okay, so Lois tells Grant that she doesn't want to write the Lex Luthor expose since it might raise eyebrows about her relationship with Grant.
This is built in previously on into the dialogue, right?
Yes.
This is like, hey, I know it was a month ago, everybody, but remember we had this conflict.
But they're kissing, so it's okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so however, Grant says that Lex requested her. Now, am I fucking crazy? I thought this was a lie, but then it's like, no. Lex is specific. Yeah, I remember it the opposite from the previous episode. Lex was like, get Lois Lane out of here, and Grant Gabriel being like, nah, she's cool, man.
Also, why are we calling it an expose if you don't want it to be an expose, right? Like, Grant doesn't want her to push him. That's called something else. That's like
a profile
interview.
Do you mean
a profile? Yeah.
Like,
an expose is like that means you're exposing something.
Yeah. What are you talking about? This
Lex
episode has a couple of moments like that. Yeah, right.
Expose him.
Okay, so Grant says that Lex requested her. Meanwhile, Chloe Sullivan is trying to call Clark Kent, who has been missing for 2 weeks. Chloe has been covering for him in his absence, explaining that he is in Minnesota. But she is starting to get worried.
Not clear if she's been communicating with Lana or what Lana knows here.
It's entirely unfucking clear.
Yeah, who is she cover? Just with Lois is the only person she's covering. Like, who else would she have to cover?
He doesn't have a job.
No.
And does
How stupid is Lois, though? This is an investigative journalist.
Right.
And she has no idea.
And so you also have no idea where the fuck Kara is. So God forbid she turns up dead. I guess it'd be a whole host of problems there if that was the case. But
oh no, Lois lives at the Talon. That's right. It doesn't seem like there would be much covering that you'd have to do.
Yeah,
it's like,
I don't know. Sounds like she's full of shit. This is the equivalent of I had a girlfriend once who would text me like, hey, just want to know what if you want to hang out tonight so that I can make other plans if you don't. And I'm like, oh, if you got something else going on, you should do it. I'm still figuring out what my evening looks like. But there were no other plans. She just wanted an answer out of me faster.
Yeah. Yep. Totally.
I've been on the other side of that too. I've pulled that grift.
Yeah.
Know what, guys? If you're single out there and trying that grift, it doesn't work. They know what you're doing, and it's annoying, and they don't like you. Learn from my vulnerable failures. Okay. Lois catches up with Chloe, who gives her all of her research on Luthor Corp. While looking through the papers, Lois hears a phone ringing. Despite the fact that it doesn't belong to her, she answers it and hears a mysterious caller tell her that Chloe has a bomb on her. If she doesn't stop ignoring him, Chloe will die. Smallville
if
theme is.
Lois doesn't stop ignoring the guy on the phone, Chloe will die. Yes. So they worded it funny. I just want to clarify for the 2 listeners.
Yeah. So speaking of that, I mentioned that our
Ryan Gosling, yeah.
So the Warrior Angel movie episode is doing good by like when people listen to this show numbers. We like these are numbers I'd be happy with years ago.
Right, yeah, okay.
So then we did an experiment, and so we named last week "Naked Pictures of Ryan Gosling." Just like how do we juice record low listeners? One of our least listened to episodes. Period.
It's Ryan Warrior Angel, a bigger draw than Ryan Gosling.
I guess so. Fall Guy should have cast fucking Warrior Angel, huh? No idea what happened. No idea why this happened. I listened to it again in the car.
Weird.
I scrubbed through it. It's a fine episode that we did.
Interesting.
No fucking idea. Doesn't matter.
I wonder if Talkville called this out or something that week.
Yeah, right.
I was like, these two idiots with this.
I highly doubt anybody fucking listened to it for longer than a minute. You know, I don't think these were like quality listens. But why? Why did you come? Why? What happened?
Tell us what we did right.
We'll
do it again.
I'll do whatever you want again. Please God. Not please God. But I don't really care, but I am so curious.
Yes,
now,
no, for sure.
The record low listens last week makes perfect sense to me. I completely understand that. No questions. No questions.
Yeah, no mystery.
No
mystery to solve.
I've heard the show. I get it. Okay. At the Luthor Mansion, Lex is fencing with Grant. It's been a while since we've seen some fencing in the Luthor Mansion.
Yes, two actors who are definitely Michael Rosenbaum and 100%. The other guy. Definitely not stunt doubles with helmets on.
No reason to believe otherwise. Grant asks Lex to request that someone else beside Lois writes the article, since Lois has a way of uncovering significant facts. But Lex denies having anything to hide. Once again, I remember the opposite last time, but I could be wrong.
Yeah, no, he literally was like, you have to break up with her because she's Snoopy and she'll figure things out.
Right? So what the fuck is this? What the fuck is this?
I guess Lex is trying to test whether or not they're together still, maybe? I don't know. No, it doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't.
I tried. It doesn't.
No. Even though Grant seems to be concerned, Lex affirms that he always wins. Is that true, Lex?
I seem to remember you losing quite a few battles, Lex.
Right?
Sorry.
How are those concussions doing, buddy?
How was your time trapped on that island or in a mental institution?
Did you win in either of those circumstances? Okay, so back at the Daily Planet, the caller, whose name is Adrian Cross, is talking to Lois, telling her that he is an escaped clone from Luthor Corp. His body is aging at a rapid rate.
Adrian Cross. Sorry, sounds like the main detective in a series of novels I've never read. Adrian Cross. Like, did that guy need a name? No,
he did not. And then Alex Cross is the Morgan Freeman in like Along Came a Spider. He Kissed the Girls is Alex Cross. I read one of those just randomly, just killing some fucking time. Very readable. Kiss the Girls. It wasn't bad.
Also, Tyler Perry played him in Reboot.
Yes. That one did not get a sequel. The Morgan Freeman.
Famously bad movie. I haven't seen it, but it's supposedly very bad.
But I remember Along Came a Spider being good, but I haven't seen it in a long time. Okay. The caller, whose name is Adrian Cross, is talking to Lois, telling her he is an escaped clone from Luthor Corp. His body is aging at a rapid rate, and he expects to die very soon. While she is talking to him, Lois attempts to send Chloe an email to warn her, but her internet line is cut. I don't know why. Yeah, you can hardwire the internet. Don't get me wrong. That was a thing you did in 2007. It was still very silly. Like, no, the internet line. I guess my next question was, what's going to happen to this story if she can't email it off of this computer?
I also like the guy playing the Adrian Cross, the aging clone. For some reason, they have him in old man makeup.
This is a younger actor in old man makeup. And
Which-
why not just cast an older man?
Right, yes, that's my question. And for a second, I was like, oh, if he turns out to be the clone of another character on this show,
Right.
then it makes sense they put that actor in old age makeup. But it's a different
It's a
actor.
different guy. It doesn't make fucking sense. It doesn't make sense. Why did they put a different guy in old age makeup? I wonder.
Like, did they cast him because he kind of looks like him, but he wasn't old enough? So then they put the old age makeup on? That must have been it. And they didn't want to use the same guy because it would have ruined the twist.
Right. Yeah. Did he look close enough? Was there some version of did something change midway through? I doubtful because of writer strike stuff.
Right. Yeah. You can't change anything.
Right. But oh god, I can't fucking fathom. I sure hope Talkville will tell me something interesting.
Oh gosh. So checked out by this point.
Yeah, right. Could you imagine? There's no way they make it as far as we goddamn have. There's no way. They were season 2 threatening if they don't get more Patreon subscribers, they're not gonna.
They're still going. They're still going right now.
What are they on?
I think they must be on. I think they're a season behind us.
They probably don't
Roughly.
take an extended Batman break.
I mean, they take breaks between seasons, but probably not as long as our Batman breaks.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got
But the last episode I didn't listen to, but I saw an article. They had one of the creators of Smallville on, and he revealed that Smallville sequel cartoon show that was never going to happen is dead and is currently not going to happen.
Yeah.
So,
I think right. I do have that hanging on the Smallville news bulletin that I, of course, have permanently installed above my desk. It's filed currently under fucking dog.
no, he said it was a regime change at WB, obviously, and now it's kind of dead, but it could come back in the future. These things come back, and I was like, yeah, man, totally. I don't. Was that news? I thought we
Right.
all knew.
We
I thought
all knew.
that.
I mean, the second they said maybe that's going to happen, that's not going to happen. We had talked about hoping this show finished up in time for that cartoon, so there's still time.
I could have seen it happening with the last regime because they were throwing everything at the wall, right?
That's
They were
true.
doing all sorts of different kinds of shows and cartoons, but then the reset, now they're like, we're doing the MCU thing where everything is one.
Right.
So
literally fucking how many years? Iron Man is 2008. So
Yeah.
fucking good luck, guys. Good luck, Mr.
Well,
Grimstone. Now that we're all fucking sick of the Marvel thing.
yeah. Oh man, I don't see a world where I care. So I don't. That doesn't mean other people won't, but I don't see a world where I care.
Could you imagine in 2007 to go back, get into the mindset of 2007 Brian and Zach, and there's a movie where Harrison Ford is a Red Hulk, and Zach
you didn't go see it.
Our reaction is something like, I don't fucking care.
Not only I don't care, but that looks bad, and I don't want to see that.
Yeah,
I actively would avoid seeing that movie.
Just imagine going through your day with just I guess there's a Red Hulk. I don't know why Harrison Ford is a Red Hulk, and I don't care to find out. Don't explain it to me. I don't care.
Yeah. Wild.
Okay. Where the fuck were we? Okay. Adrian calls Lois again and warns her not to disobey him because she had tried to signal Chloe. Frightened, Lois looks around the basement of the Daily Planet for men on phones. She spots a suspicious-looking delivery man and follows him into a secluded room, then attacks him. However, the man is innocent and begins to walk away. He falls backward towards Lois, dead from being stabbed with a pair of scissors.
This is maybe the dumbest part of the episode.
And the guy gets away?
Yeah, first of all, poor guy, this delivery guy or whatever, Lois hits him on the head with one of those metal 3-hole punch things. Those like huge.
Yeah. Yep.
You make 3-hole. Yeah, it's like he should have been a concussion. It might have been, but he doesn't get knocked out. And then he leaves. He gets stabbed in the back like it's a fucking Clue or some shit. It's
With
like
scissors. And look,
murder
I'm
mystery.
not saying getting stabbed through the back with scissors would be a good day. Merry Christmas to me. I'm having a great time at my job doing deliveries. But, like, certainly you wouldn't just fall down dead, right? You'd gurgle, you'd flail, you'd scream. Medical attention could most likely be brought to you, right?
He dies, must have been of shock in about 2.5 seconds.
It must have been
from the time I mean, sounds like scissors is the way to go because this guy's done with it real quick.
It's his kryptonite. He's allergic.
Even if you got in the heart with the scissors, you're still going for a few minutes.
You're gonna gurgle for a while. It's gonna be
Yes.
if those scissors got you in the heart, it's still gonna be a slow death.
Yeah, slow enough, slower than you want it to be.
You would understand you got stabbed with scissors, and that's how you're gonna die now. What a way to go!
Also, I like the idea that this terrorist guy, feels he needs to kill this delivery man with scissors. That's the only option at this point.
Very extreme. Okay, so Lois' cell phone rings, and Adrian warns her to keep her mouth shut. Who knows what I would do if threatened with a bomb. I like my cousin fine. Don't want to see any of them get blown up. But, like, Lois keeps trying to, like, warn Chloe when it sounds like the answer is clickety-clack, lady.
Yeah, write this story. You know what you have to do.
Just
You
get
can
fucking
recant it
writing.
later and say there was a guy going to blow up my cousin.
Yeah. And it's like, there's like a Christmas party happening, right? Am I wrong? Is that, yeah. So it's not even like.
Yes.
Clickety-clack, Lois. Get fucking writing. Bing, bong, bing, bong, bing, 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 bong, bong. He cut the internet, so he's not fucking remoting into your fucking PC. Just... and then you print out the page. It's like, yep, done.
This is a undercooked episode in an undercooked season.
Yeah.
This season is, yeah.
All right, so Clark suddenly reappears on the Kent farm to find Lana in the barn. He reveals that he was unable to find Kara. Lana tells him she has decided to stop obsessing over Lex, but Clark says he wants to see what she's uncovered. She takes Clark to her secret room in the ISIS Foundation. We get a classic, what the fuck is this now? Because they're all the way at Lana's ISIS Foundation when Lana's like, what are we doing here, Clark?
Right. Maybe he just super sped her over.
Oh, so her neck is broken.
What I like is there's a twist at the end of the episode. And if you don't know the twist,
sorry, everybody. We had a little technical difficulty there. Zach, could you re-articulate your thought?
Yes, I was just saying there's a twist at the end of the episode. And if you don't know the twist, it would seem that Tom Welling is phoning in these scenes as Clark Kent because his performance seems odd and kind of stilted.
Right.
But once the twist is revealed, you realize that was a choice on his part.
I immediately picked up something was wrong. I did not.
Something's different.
Right. I did not know the exact route we were going with it, but I did like that ain't our boy.
Right. Something happened, or he got magenta kryptonite or some shit. Right. Yeah, like
right.
But yeah. So it is a it's like his choice is that he's being a bad actor. Right. Because Bizzaro is a bad actor, right? You know what I mean?
Right.
Like,
yeah, of course.
I'm gonna lay this on a little thick here.
Yes. Okay, so Lana takes Clark to her secret room in the ISIS Foundation, now filled with non-functioning surveillance equipment. Clark finds a folder on Project Scion, and Lana shows him the vial filled with black liquid that she thought she destroyed when she wrecked his lab. Clark tells her that she couldn't have destroyed alien technology, so she decides to show him more. Lois is still attempting to warn Chloe about the bomb. This time, she tries to get a woman to deliver a manila envelope to Chloe, which has the warning written on the back. Just says, like, bomb!
Bomb on you.
Bomb
it
on
says.
you.
If I got that message from you, I don't know if I would freak out. I'd be like, what does that mean, bomb
What
on
the
you?
fuck? What the fuck is this about?
Is that some slang?
Especially
Yo,
like,
bomb on you, bro.
Bomb on you! Especially like at a Christmas party where I've definitely had too much to drink. I'm like, what the fuck is this piece of garbage?
And you would also be like, what does this mean? What does this mean?
Yeah.
But hey, Zach, why did you write
Zach,
bomb
get
on
all the
you?
way into the elevator with me. Okay, the woman hands the letter to Chloe, who tells Lois that Clark is back and she is leaving to go visit him. At this time, Lois receives a text message from Adrian warning Lois not to tell Chloe anything. Chloe suspects that something is bothering Lois, but Lois doesn't say anything. Lana takes Clark to a Luthor Corp lab where Project Scion was tested and shows him Casey Brock. Okay, I missed that Lana took him to a Luthor Corp lab, and I thought this was still at like the ISIS Foundation and Lana was keeping a woman down there, which I guess is not unprecedented.
Well, also, what is it? She still has access to a Luthor Corp lab?
It doesn't make any fucking... I mean, yeah, actually, it made more sense that they were in, and we never got, like, a travel establishing shot. No, what are we doing here, Clark?
Yeah. Should we ask the writer? Right? What is the... Oh, no. You're
Furiously nodding no.
Yeah, he's saying, don't even... Fuck you. He actually flipped us off.
That's... Okay, I mean,
That's not very Christmassy. That's not very Christmassy.
These are reasonable questions for us to be asking, I think. You know us. We're not especially nitpicky.
No. I mean, we're performatively nitpicky about this show, but we're really forgiving when it comes to this kind of stuff. Generally, really.
Yes. This episode's got some fucking puddles. Just, it's structurally unsound. Like, just we're looking.
The foundation.
We're looking at a deck. Like, just Smallville built a deck and like, don't step on that. Don't. It's
no.
That's look. See how it's swaying in the breeze. Don't go on there.
We need to bring several contractors out here to take a look at this fucking thing.
Start this one over. Start this over.
Yeah.
You can't.
Yeah, he's like, I could patch up that, but that's going to cost you this much, and that's still not going to fix the problem over here. Yeah. It's like, you're better off just bulldozing this thing and starting over, buddy.
Right. Okay, so Casey Brock is a woman who was found suffering from toxic levels of metal poisoning. Overnight, the amount of metal in her bloodstream dropped dramatically, meaning that whatever was in her bloodstream had left her. Clark states that her incoherent speech patterns are actually Kryptonian and writes down what she is murmuring. The wiki says that this is the first time we've heard Kryptonian spoken on the show.
Great.
Sounded like bleep blorp magiggle blurp to me.
That would have been funnier, actually.
Bleep blorp.
Beep blorp.
Just a full Rick and Morty fucking bullshit.
I want to say Lana, not really a juice goblin this episode.
Not too bad. It's not too good, but not too bad.
No, not bringing anything, but not taking away anything either.
I was so perplexed by the ridiculousness of the Lois storyline, which our girl's getting the A plot here. She's getting the A plot, and it's this.
I know. It just... I'm inclined to blame the writer's strike for this episode and the last few. I mean, I
think
like
so as well.
Really, yeah.
Jimmy and Chloe both get into an elevator and share an awkward moment. They recall a Christmas party last year when Chloe was still dating Jimmy. It was they start this conversation with the HR lady is bringing mistletoe to this party, which is very funny. That's
not very HR.
That's not.
Although it is 2007.
That's
2007.
true. That's true. Okay, they recall a Christmas party last year when Chloe was still dating Jimmy. Chloe turns the envelope over and reads Lois's warning message about the bomb. At this moment, the elevator suddenly breaks, trapping Chloe and Jimmy with the bomb.
This guy, Adrian Cross, really planned all avenues of this.
I believe his jumpsuit actually says elevator repair, which is fucking...
Oh, so he lucked into it?
I guess so. This plan is fucking insane.
Either he was disguised as an elevator repairman so that he could do that, or he just got lucky. He's like, oh shit, good thing I'm the elevator guy. I can just shut this fucking thing down right here.
All right.
And good thing I'm also a scissors guy. What if you took the stairs? Yeah. The stairs are shut down. You have to stay here.
Meanwhile, Lois notices an
Wait.
Yes.
Why does he need the elevator to break down? She's got a bomb on her. He can just blow up the bomb whenever he wants.
I guess, does it keep Chloe in the vicinity so that he knows she won't go get rid of the bomb?
Right.
Put her bag somewhere else.
Follow her. I don't know. Yeah.
Which it's worth noting. We'll get to it when we find them. We'll get to it. We'll
I know.
Get to it.
This is simultaneously the most well thought out plan and the least well thought out plan.
Okay, so meanwhile, Lois notices an out of service sign on the elevator. She begins to walk toward it, but is stopped by Adrian, who is holding a detonator in his hand and demanding his story.
A detonator that, when clicked, will set off a timer. We will find out later in the episode. What is the point of having a detonator that sets off a timer? Come on now. Come on now. That doesn't make no sense.
Make it make any sense. Okay, so in the elevator, Chloe empties her pocketbook to search for the bomb. She finds it, disguised as Chloe's Secret Santa gift. So many fucking questions.
Well, first of all, I love that Jimmy's like, what about this? And then Chloe's like, I seriously doubt my Secret Santa put that. Like, obviously that's where it is.
Obviously,
it's the one thing in your purse that you didn't put there.
No,
You dumb.
Okay. So, first things fucking first, you put the bomb in her fucking purse? Okay, that could be discarded anywhere. Was that...
Right.
How did you know she wasn't going to accidentally leave her purse and put the bomb in the office with you?
Also, it wasn't... He didn't even put it in her purse. He put it in her Secret Santa gift, which I'm sure she grabbed off a pile and put in her purse. What if she didn't get the gift? What if she forgot to get the gift?
And also, you're going to leave before opening your Secret Santa gift and revealing who your Secret Santa is?
That's messed
rude.
Up. Yeah, that's not how that works.
That's not.
That's yeah, because the party, I guess she said she's not going to the party. The party is happening on another floor. So did she go up and get the present and is just going to bounce without opening it? That's messed up.
That's messed up. I know it's a bomb, Chloe, but also...
She doesn't know.
But also, man, you are deeply running the risk of, my Secret Santa gift. Thank you. Opening it up and going, it's a bomb!
Right. How does she know? How does this guy know she's not going to open it like she should?
What the fuck?
Does it say do not open until Christmas on there, or like...
Once Secret Santa gift, though, I'd be like, why did you do that? I'm opening that up. Right. If someone gives me a Secret Santa gift and it says don't open till Christmas, I'm opening it up to get you out of fucking eyesight.
Totally. Yeah, too bad. Yeah, this is not how this works.
That's not. No.
I open it at the party.
Play the game right.
Yeah.
And also, don't give people bombs for Secret Santa. Come on.
Yeah, that's only for White Elephant.
Yeah. Okay. In the elevator, Chloe empties her pocketbook to search for the bomb. She finds it disguised as Chloe's Secret Santa gift. Back in the Daily Planet office, Lois is showing Adrian her article about Luthor Corp's first clone. Adrian tells her about his family and his Christmas memories, then reveals that they were all fictitious memories downloaded into his brain. Lois promises to publish the story if Adrian will let Chloe go. But Adrian has another mission for Lois. She must force Lex to confess what he's done. Chloe is trying to call Clark in the elevator, but Jimmy is annoyed that Chloe would call Clark before she would call 911. The cell phone breaks when Chloe accidentally drops it. Jesus fucking Christ, this paragraph. This was a loaded paragraph. Any thoughts?
I love the guys like, I'm going to blackmail this lady into writing this article. And then when she's done, then I'm going to blackmail her into getting a confession out of her.
Right.
Wouldn't you just, why not jump to that first? What does the article have to do with anything?
Or just like even the article itself, like I'm going to blackmail her into writing this incredible fucking scoop.
Right.
This absolute fucking career maker of a...
Right. Someone who's already published articles about UFOs and shit. Like,
right.
It's fine. You can why cut out the middleman? Why doesn't this guy make Lex confess? He clearly has the bombs and the know-how and
yeah.
the
Didn't you put a bomb on Lex?
Right, yeah. What does he need Lois for?
No Christmas party. Lex wasn't going to a Christmas party this year, so no opportunities. That's the only time he can strike. Oh, it's a clone.
This is what I mean. This is 100 times dumber than that baggage claim movie, which was fun, but not like it's stupid in a fun stupid.
It was fun while I was watching it and didn't hold up to a goddamn lick of scrutiny afterwards, which is fine, you know?
Like, which is fine for that kind of movie, totally.
This didn't hold up to scrutiny while I was watching it, and it's only gotten more paper thin.
Right, yeah.
Like, I didn't think this was tight when we sat down. Now it's like, wait a minute.
Wait a second. You guys.
It's a little stop. It's already dead. Lois goes to her interview with Lex wearing a hidden camera and a device in her ear which allows Adrian to talk to her. Right, this is the pre-planned interview that's happening during the Christmas party?
Yeah, wait.
So, and then Lois, are they in Smallville?
No, they're in Metropolis. What do you mean?
Okay, they weren't at the mansion.
No. This is in Grant's office.
This is in Grant's office. Okay, that was...
Which is weird because a gun goes off and no one fucking hears it.
Yeah, right.
In the building.
Jesus Christ.
Later, a bomb goes off just outside the building. No one hears that.
It's a very tiny bomb.
It's soundproofed. Every room in the Daily Planet is soundproofed.
It's amazing. Incredible. Okay, if she can't get the confession from Lex, Adrian will kill Chloe. At the same time, Clark and Lana go to the Daily Planet to see if Chloe can translate the code that Casey Brock was mumbling, but they can't find her. Grant and Lex are both waiting for Lois, but they are surprised with her first question, a demand to know about Project Gemini. Adrian is still communicating with her through her earpiece, telling her exactly what to do. Lex claims he doesn't have anything to do with cloning, and he denies knowing a man named Adrian. Michael Rosenbaum does give a good little, like, when she says, Adrian Cross, is that name supposed to mean anything to me?
Yeah.
I thought it was a good little read.
Yeah, I definitely don't know anything about cloning.
Yeah. Adrian orders Lois to aim a gun at Grant to get Lex to confess. Lois begins ranting about Adrian's life story. Lex knocks her out. Concussion. and finds the hidden camera she was wearing. Shortly after, Adrian enters and tells Lex and Grant about more of his memories. Grant soon realizes that they have the exact same memories, even talking about their past experiences simultaneously. Adrian also says that they have the same DNA and history, only Adrian was a failed experiment and Grant was a successful one. How Adrian is the failed one, I don't know. Is it the fact that he's aging rapidly?
Yeah, I think that's it. I think he's aging too quickly, or he's a guy who likes to stab people with scissors, and that wasn't
Yeah,
necessarily
right.
something
That
Lex
was.
wanted.
That's not a super effective way to kill someone. I'm real good at it though.
It was really effective the way he did it.
Yeah, right.
Immediate death.
Man, you didn't have to throw this guy into hiding. Lex could have afforded to give this guy like a pimp ass hotel room somewhere exotic.
Yeah,
And like
totally. Just as like, go live your life. Leave me alone. I'm
Right.
gonna keep cloning.
If I found out I had a clone and I was rapidly aging and I was going to die and all my memories are fake, I have a price where I'd be like, yeah, that's fine.
Right. I would rather spend what time I have left living it up,
Right?
than planting bombs on future sex cult leaders. Sorry.
No. Goddamn. What a move. What a move. That's what this was all about the whole time. Okay. Adrian also says they have the same DNA and history, blah, 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 blah. Lex shoots and kills Adrian, saying he was just a mistake. In his last seconds of life, Adrian presses the button on the bomb's detonator that sets a timer off.
A minute.
God.
So stupid.
Okay, in a state of panic, Chloe and Jimmy bang on the elevator door, but no one can hear them. Thinking she is about to die, she confesses to Jimmy that she is a meteor freak. They share one last kiss as the detonator ticks down to the final seconds. In the basement of the Daily Planet, Lana turns on Lois's computer screen and sees the email that Lois attempted to send Chloe, warning her about the bomb! Clark uses his super hearing to locate the sound of the bomb. Then he runs to the staircase, soars to an upper floor, and super speeds to the rescue. He opens the elevator door and finds Chloe and Jimmy kissing before he throws the bomb off the building roof where it explodes harmlessly. That would still be fucking car alarms, fucking.
Yeah, in the middle of the city, a big bomb just blows up in the sky.
Only so many years after 9/11.
Yeah.
He didn't throw it into fucking space.
No, it blew up right outside the building. I mean, I guess that Christmas party's going on. They didn't hear the gunshot.
Christmas parties can go pretty high.
Yeah.
Chloe and Jimmy are stunned to find they are unharmed with the elevator doors open and many people staring at them. Oh, fuck. Okay. After Lois wakes up, Lex tells her that Chloe is fine, but Lois says she will expose his project to the world. Lex retorts by telling Lois that she has no evidence, and he recently bought the Daily Planet. Since he is now Lois's boss, there is no way she can write the article.
Lex being the owner of the Daily Planet is a possibly fun wrinkle.
Possibly fun, but like... Even
we'll
through like having Grant Gabriel feels a little redundant to me.
Mm-hmm. Totally. I don't think Grant Gabriel is going to be around for long.
I do not. I was not also put under that impression based on the end of this episode. Okay, so Jimmy catches up. It's also like we did that Julian twist at the end of the last episode, only to quickly be like, "Yeah, you're a clone, though."
I mean. The twists was the fart heard around the world. I mean, like
truly,
it really was just that was the twist, and everyone listening and watching the show was like, "Oh, they just filmed a fart." That's what just happened.
Big stinky one. Big stinky one. I guess I can't complain because it was. I think my reaction was like, "Take it again. Don't do this, guys."
Yeah.
Okay, so Jimmy catches up with Chloe, and they talk about what happened. He wishes Chloe trusted him more to tell him about her meteor infection, but Chloe says she had trouble accepting herself. I believe the line of dialogue here from Jimmy is like, what made you think you couldn't trust me? Could it be the mountains of dialogue about, like, I fucking hate meteor freaks? Fucking freaks! They're all crazy! I fucking hate them! Do you think that maybe had something to do with it, Jim?
Yeah.
Big J.
Jimbo, hey,
Yeah.
hey, real Jimmy Olsen.
Let's go to the tape, real Jimmy Elson. Chloe demonstrates her powers by healing a cut on his finger. Even though this was not a major injury, Chloe still feels some slight internal pain from using her healing powers.
Did I miss when we covered Chloe learning how to use her powers at will? Did we miss that?
Zach, you know we didn't fucking miss that. You know that. You
It
know
went
the
from
answer
being
to
this
that question.
Power she didn't understand and didn't know what it would do and all this to being like, let me show you a demonstration here.
I can do this convenient cut. Let's handle this. Fuck off this episode, man.
That's a way different power than what was originally displayed. Or I mean, not different, but that's way more specific than what we knew
Right.
about the power before.
Right.
The power was she healed Lois and died and came back to life.
Right.
That's it, right? That's
Which
all
you
we've
could have
seen.
one-offed this thing, man. That could have been it. That could have been the end of it. It could have been one
But
and
now
done.
she can heal people's paper cuts and just be like, oh, I feel a little weak now for a few minutes. That sounds like a great power.
That's a
That's
great
really come in handy.
power. That's incredible. What's funny is
No-
it doesn't help Clark in any capacity, so it can't be
No,
too
that's
used in
true,
a plot in any.
But you could save a lot of people with that power.
That's
Help
pretty
a lot of
handy.
people.
But it takes some out of her, and people
Yep.
people would want it.
I like how she's like, it hurts, and it's like, I don't know, it was a small cut.
Yeah,
I feel
right.
like
Like,
you
come on
just-
now. Healing those
Stupid.
brands is going to be a lot worse.
Stupid episode. Stupid.
While Lex is receiving the acquisition papers for the Daily Planet, Grant enters his office, sarcastically congratulating him for purchasing the Daily Planet. He is sick of always being under Lex's control and is outraged for being nothing more than an experiment. Lex declares that all he wanted was a family, but Grant is anxious to break free from his control. You wanted to play God. You were so determined to play God, you forgot about his greatest gift, free will. I was watching this episode and Emily came into the room and she just walked right out.
The appropriate response.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I've been doing this now for long enough. She doesn't even have to like comment, but like still just like, yeah. Yeah, that wasn't even the dumbest part of this episode.
No. You're not even top 10.
No. Later, Grant visits Lois at the Talon apartment. Contrary to her first impression, she is not fired. In fact, Lex requested that she stay. Grant then breaks up with Lois since he thinks their relationship is too complicated, especially after what happened today.
Go ahead, you first.
I got a little whiplash from like we get a sexy sentimental breakup scene here, completely ignoring a certain like you are a clone and all your memories are fake, and Grant Gabriel is just like ah!
Right. He's back to the practical concerns of we work together and so we shouldn't be seeing each other
Right.
again.
Like how is this not like what the fuck is real?
Yeah, I feel like he would either tell her or he would go into hiding and like go find himself somewhere.
I'm a clone.
Right. He took that news really well.
Seriously, a little like so well that why is he mad at Lex? Exactly.
What I was going to say is Emily's overdue to come on this stupid show. And
Emily
talk to
is
us about
overdue to come on this stupid show.
We gotta have it be a really good one, and by good I mean bad, which shouldn't be a problem.
Yeah, I don't know if she did a season 6er.
No, I don't think she did. I think it's
fuck,
been
she's
a
got to
few.
do two. She's got to do two.
She should just cover the remainder of season 7 with us.
That's it. That's it. Maybe because we're gonna do when Lana leaves, we're gonna do Chun-Li, right?
Oh yeah,
So maybe we'll
have her
do
come
one
on for
episode of
Chun-Li.
Smallville, and then she should do Chun-Li.
Great, yeah.
Okay, so back at the Kent. Oh,
I'll look ahead at the episodes and see if there's one that I remember being
great.
one that would be fun to subject Emily to.
Great. Perfect. Back at the Kent farm, Chloe and Clark discuss the possibility of the Brain Interactive Construct's return. That is, of course, Brainiac. The Kryptonian code Clark wrote down was an error message that a system encounters when it can't boot up. Each time the code repeats, it learns from its mistake and is getting closer to actually loading. Clark warns Chloe that the black fluid has evolved into a technology willing to kill. Once Chloe leaves and Lana returns home, Clark and Lana share a warm moment. As they embrace, Clark's face flashes white and his skin distorts, revealing that quote-unquote Clark has actually been Bizzaro the entire time. Whoa! Meanwhile, the real Clark is frozen in the Fortress of Solitude. Look what you did, Jor-El. Now Bizzaro's out there. Good job.
You know what? I don't blame Jor-El this time.
No, that is true.
Clark fucked up too many times. I'm with Jor-El now. Do what you got to do, Jor-El.
That is
do what you
fair.
got to do.
This is one of the only episodes that means Clark is effectively not in this episode. Tom Welling, of course, is. But Clark is not.
His frozen body appears at the end.
It does appear, but this is like a record low amount of Clark screen time.
Yes, yeah, the least amount of Clark, yeah.
Which is funny. Looking at we got some featured music this episode. We got Deck the Halls, we got Joy to the World, we got Jingle Bells Instrumental, and we've got Canceling Christmas by Michelle Featherstone. I don't remember that one.
I think it was the emotional whatever that played during the breakup scene.
That makes sense. Okay. Just looking for any interesting facts. This is the first mid-season finale to not feature Martha Kent. Okay, yeah, I got here. This is the first and only episode in the entire 217-episode series where Tom Welling's character Clark Kent does not appear in the episode with dialogue and more than 1 minute of screen time, as he only has a small cameo appearance. That's not what that means. And no lines. This is a weird way to word, like, yeah, it's kind of funny he's not really in this episode. But, Tom Welling is the only actor to appear in every single episode of Smallville.
That makes sense.
I was a little disappointed. I was initially, I thought maybe there was going to be no Tom Welling in this episode and it was going to be a purely Lois episode.
Right, it seemed like that at first, yeah.
And that was not the case.
It's kind of like how they teased us last week by making us think Lana wasn't going to be in the episode, and then we had a jump scare. She said, "Give me the juice. Give me the juice."
I love that we left Kara in Detroit, and it's just a pure, who cares?
Yeah. How long will she be there in Detroit? Until we figure out fucking something for her to do.
Detroit is the new fucking island of storylines we don't know what the fuck is happening with. Just fucking put him in Detroit.
Send her to the diner. Send her to the diner in Detroit.
That's it.
Yeah. With all the other dead storylines from TV shows over the years.
We missed.
This is where Jack is gonna make an army in Lost season 2. It's over.
Right.
It's in the diner in
Detroit. We missed a Nietzsche line. When
I made a note of that. Yeah.
When Grant is breaking up with Lois, they talk about not dating. Lois says, "We sure as hell aren't going to work together," in regards to her next boyfriend.
I'm not going to date the person I work with in the future, and he won't be Clark Kent.
It's funny because it's going to be Clark Kent. This is Smallville's second Christmas episode. The first one was Lexmas, also the 9th episode of a season, and the mid-season finale.
Makes sense. Yeah, it's rough. I mean, if there had been 5 Christmas episodes, this one wouldn't stand out as being so bad. But compared to Lexmas, it's
this is Lexmas's Bizzaro episode.
Truly.
That's
truly.
The title of this episode will be Bizzaro Lexmas.
Bizzaro Lexmas.
Chloe, this in the under the illusions section. Chloe imagines her confession to Jimmy playing out to a sad Kelly Clarkson song. In Bizzaro, Chloe burns her death certificate while sober. A sad Kelly Clarkson song is playing in the background. Okay, that's not actually interesting. I do love Kelly Clarkson though. I guess that's it. Smallville. Bad episode. This episode's where it wasn't a slog to watch mostly.
No.
Yikes.
It's really stupid. It's just really, really stupid.
Pretty fucking stupid. Kind of like we are for still doing this show.
No, never surrender.
No, I don't plan to surrender, and that's what makes us fucking stupid. Thank you everybody for listening. This has been the Talon Mix. Zach, do you have a question for the Smallville gods?
Yeah, I want to know, because this is the hiatus. Is this where it gets better? Because I distinctly remember the season gets better towards the second half. Is this where it gets better?
Don't make the Smallville gods
episode?
lie to us, Zach. Don't make the Smallville gods lie to us. Good night, everybody. It was enthusiastic. Sounds like the next one's going to be a banger. It's going to be a banger.
Sounded really enthusiastic.